Hi guys, it's Carlos and
Mitch
at Asset Team once again, and today we've got a fantastic question.
The question today was why are compound exercises so important in the program, and not to have it too based around isolation exercises.
Okay, compound exercises are fantastic. Now, just for the guys that don't know what compound exercises are, is when multi-joints are working in a movement, i.e. squats, bench press, deadlifts, clean and jerks. All those sort of movements are compound exercises. Obviously, isolation exercises very much tricep press down, tricep kickbacks, bicep curls, leg extension, leg curls, calf raises, that sort of stuff. Okay, so you guys understand what that is. Right, how important it is. It's fantastic for you guys to do compound exercises because it actually activates a lot of muscle fibers, connective tissue, and tendon strength, as well as HGH, which is human growth hormone. It creates your body to develop quicker and obviously supports a lot of muscle growth around not only the muscles you work in, so say i.e. if you're trying to develop your chest, you're doing chest press, your shoulders are developed too, your triceps are developing too, even your core's working, even your legs are contracting. So it's a whole body development purpose rather than just one single muscle area. Okay?
Perfect.
What would you add on to that?
The only benefit with compound exercises as opposed to isolation exercise is the relationship between the muscles over the joint.
Yeah.
So for example, with a deadlift, if you're not doing an isolation exercise, you're just working your lower back, it forgets its relationship with the hamstrings and the core.
That's right.
And the weight then lifted with one muscle group, it doesn't transfer to another muscle group, and then that's when you get injuries because the relationship between the muscles starts breaking down. If you just do flies, for example, on your chest and you come to do a pressing motion, the chest doesn't work well with the shoulders and the triceps, so you end up not having your biggest lift you can possibly because they're not used to working as a team. So I think with the relationship, that's the most important thing for me.
Absolutely.
Off the back of that, do you think isolation exercises have their place in a program?
Yeah, true. Obviously, say if you're going to do, say, chest press, for instance, and some of the guys are actually doing this quite a lot now, which is overtraining. They call it overtraining fashion, which is fantastic. For some guys that are probably mesomorphs, being the already stocky guys, they can get away with that. So they'll probably do 6 mass builders of 4 sets, which is absolutely incredible. I mean, for the guys that are doing that, brilliant. I'll give you an example. They'll do incline chest press, flat chest press, decline chest press, and then they'll do incline dumbbell press, flat dumbbell press, and they'll probably do some sort of like even more decline sort of dumbbell press and some sort of stuff like that, which is, to be honest, is far too much work on your chest itself. But some guys develop like that. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is, in terms of isolations has got their place, but I'll definitely advise you guys to do a 3-1 ratio, and that really works for a lot of beginners, which is 3 mass builders, 1 isolation, or if you want to make it go easy on yourself, do 2-2, so 2 mass builders, 2 isolations. I find for myself, I only do 1 isolation. I've always been working now. I do vary my program very much so. Even when I was competing, I kept away from isolations more than I did for compound. I've always loved compound. I believe in compound. Don't take me wrong. I mean, for the guys that are developing in single, obviously sets, brilliant. I mean, that's probably works for you. But all I can say is definitely it's got their place. But I would definitely stick with compound. Compound is king, I'll say. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I second that. Do you think compound exercises at the beginning of your program or at the end of your program, mixed in the middle? Where would you put them?
I would definitely put compound at the beginning. Simple reason being, obviously, they're going to take a lot more from you. So unless I was pre-exhausting, so if I was, say, to build muscle mass, I'd definitely do my 3 compounds or 4 compounds first and do isolation at the end. Now, if I wanted to pre-exhaust the muscle, say, on a chest, I could just do some pec flies or some flies just to activate my chest and then go into the compound. But obviously, as you guys know, if you want to lift heavy, you don't want to be pre-exhausting, obviously, unless you want to change your program. That's a different thing, but I definitely do it at the beginning myself.
So to go through that, compound, very important. Relationship with the muscles, the growth hormone release, tendons, ligaments, good for mass, and you think isolation at the end.
definitely.
Ratio, 3 compound exercises, 1 isolation.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 to 2.
2 to 2. If you want, it depends. You've got to try it. Sometimes you've got to try what works for you at the end of the day, but definitely that. And obviously, if you want to put some mass, obviously between 6 to 12 reps, you're looking at. Some people develop by doing 7, 8, 9. Some people develop by doing 10, 12. Depends. Again, goes back to the body composition, ectomorph, mesomorphs, endomorphs. Depends what your body responds to, and obviously your diet as well, which is a big one.
Yeah. Well, I think that's answered more than the question.
Fantastic. So until next time, guys, it's Carlos and
Mitch
at Ask the Team. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.
Cheers.